Yo, yo, what's good, Panther Nation? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. What's going on? What it is, what it ain't.
What's good, cuz? How you feeling today?
Man, sleepy, sleep deprived, sleep
Mm,
deprivation, all that. I have not been to
okay.
sleep at all. Don't know
Oh,
why. Just haven't been to sleep.
too much
So
Monopoly Go in your life.
yeah, that too. So what y'all see is what you get tonight. Well, 5 a.m. It is what it is with me.
I hear you. I hear you.
What's good with you though?
Oh, nothing much. Like you always say, just trying to shake a little honey from the honey tree, trying to put the paint where it
Yeah,
ain't.
I know that's
You know,
right.
all
Put the
them good
paint
old country
where it
sayings you got.
ain't.
Hey, man.
I
Well,
like that. I like that.
as always, everybody, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining the channel. If you would be so kind, before you leave, like the stream. Also, subscribe to the channel. We thank you. We appreciate all the love and support. You can check us out at all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on what we like to call Twix. That's a mixture of Twitter and X. You can find us at Two Fans ITS. Okay. Does all right. So Panthers minicamp, mandatory minicamp is a wrap. Was supposed to be 3 days. They cut it down to two. Still don't know
Right.
why they cut it down to two, but they cut it down to 2 days. I guess players get an extra day off, man. And it is officially a wrap. Okay. And
Yeah.
go ahead and ask you what are your biggest takes from camp?
The biggest take is just listening to Dave Canales, the energy that he's bringing, the youthfulness that he's bringing, how players are seeming to buy into what he's, I hate to say selling, but
Mhm.
basically buying into what he's saying, matching his energy, things of that nature. So I mean, just from things that he has been reporting, the energy from the players, when they do their press conference, seems like the energy is good. Everybody seems to be on one accord. I just hope that all this translate into training camp and then throughout the season. But right
Okay.
now, so far so good. What about you?
Hey, let me tell you, man. The one thing I was happy to see is good old Eddie P back.
Yeah,
Let me tell
yeah,
you,
no doubt.
I was at work early and I was on the Panthers live stream, kind of doing a little bit of trolling, chopping it up with some of the people, Apostle Bone Crusher on there. So I going back and forth with him. That's PPP, Panthers Prime Podcast. And and it was funny because I was sitting there and I was like, they were like, who was first? Canales was first, then it was Shaq Thompson. Shaq
Right.
Thompson, like
Then
he had
Bryce.
to pee. He had to pee the whole time because they went from Canales and then the little, intermission screen came up and then it came right back off and then there was Shaq Thompson. I mean, he was doing this the entire time. And I was sitting there, I was
Yeah.
like, hey, I said he had to pee. And they were like, no, no, Shaq, you up next. Come on over here. So, but that was funny. And then Bryce came up next. That everybody was in the chat like, who was
Right.
next? It's got to be Bryce. It's got to be Bryce. Guess we're not gonna see him to training camp. And I was in there, and I was like, nah, man. I was like, somebody go get Eddie P. I was like, Eddie P got some splaining to do, dog. I said, Eddie P got some splaining to do. And then lo and behold, after Bryce was done, good old Eddie
Fast
P
Eddie.
showed it there on the platform. At the
Yes,
podium. I'm sorry.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, that crap was hilarious. It was hilarious. But I do want to get well, you know what? First, let me go through the comments here. Everybody that's in here with. All right, we got Mr. Hunky Dory. Ice, Bengay, anti-inflammatories, Ace Wrap, heating pads, ice bath, extra knee braces, etc. Training camp for a mass unit. What's good, Mr. Hunky Dory? What's
What's
up,
good, Mr.
Doug?
Uncle Boy? What's up,
What's
Doug?
that? What's up, big cousin? 2 more days until your boy come back home. LOL, I'm so ready. and long training, but it's time to get home and back. Get home and pack ready for Vegas. Yes, yes. Go ahead, Doug. Let me tell you, you're gonna have a
Hey,
ball in Vegas, man. You're gonna have a ball in Vegas. And the good thing about Vegas is everybody's like gambling, gambling, gambling. You can have a good time in Vegas and not completely throw away all your money. So trust me, my boy, you're gonna have a
that's
good
true.
time.
That's
Mhm.
true.
A lot of stuff to do. Earl Lockley, what's going on, Earl? How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Mr. Earl?
You see Miss Hunky Door said, "Big Doug Vegas, man. I got to go hit some slots with the cool 200s." And never mind, I saved my money. But you know what? That's a good amount though. You know, if you can afford it, that's what me and my wife did. We went out there about 200 apiece, and we went out. We were there for like a week. Both times we went, and we took about 200 apiece. Went out. Um, lost it, but we ain't break the bank with it. Now it's wild. We went to New Orleans later on that year, and then I won about two something down at the casino, the Harrah's in New Orleans. So go figure.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife,
Go figure.
she loved those slot machines.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right, dig it. So I'm super excited to be here and see all you fine folks. It's all so unreal. What's going on, Dig? How you doing, bud? I'm glad to have you here,
What's
man.
going on, Dig it?
That man, Tony, hope you ain't got to work in 3 hours.
Nah, no, I don't have to work in 3 hours, but I promise you I'm gonna be sleeping about a good hour and a half to two.
Rock,
Yes.
hey, what's good, Rock Jones? How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
What's good, Rock?
Our favorite South Carolina Gamecock fan. What's going on, man?
My favorite Tar Heel fan. That's what I'm talking about.
He said, "What's good is all the ex-wives are off my back."
Well, all right.
Hey, all right, all right. All right, let me see. Earl Lockley says, "LOL." I said, "Damn, CJ." Yeah. Okay. But Tony, a few more things I did want to touch on. And I know one thing that's
Okay.
going to be a topic of conversation as far as OTAs. So after Monday's OTA, no, sorry, what is today? Tuesday. So after Tuesday's OTA, Dave Canales came out and said
Today
that
Wednesday.
Bryce Young, hmm,
Today is Wednesday. You say after today's OTAs?
Tuesday,
Oh, after Tuesday's OTAs.
after
Okay.
Tuesday, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You sleepy, bro.
No, I thought you said today's OTA
Nah, you get
Tuesday.
no. I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Tuesday. But Dave Canales said that this was the best day that he's seen out of Bryce Young. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to
Hmm.
take this and they're going to run with it one way or the other. Okay, super positive, super negative. All right, what's your stance on this?
Right. Um. Hey, just what you said. I mean,
Hmm.
people going to take what they want to take from it. The people that's always speaking negative on Bryce Young or think negative about him, don't like him, hate him.
Hmm.
You know which angle they're going to take, and the people that support him, hope the best and whatever. You know what angle they're going to take.
Hmm.
Um, me like we've always said, CJ, he is our franchise quarterback. Whether we like it or not, we both have been on record plenty of times saying that we wanted CJ Stroud, but we have Bryce Young, so that's who we're rolling with, and we're going to support him. When he do bad, when he fuck up, we're gonna let people know he did bad and he messed up, and when he do good, we'll praise him. That's just how it is. You know
Okay.
what you think?
Um, it's the same. It's about the same. But now mind you, people going to take it however they want. But I am just glad that these things are happen. Because
Mm,
you got a lot of people out there that say, Bryce Young, I guess his habits, he's uh, what's the words I'm looking for? Um, that they're not going to be able to break some of his habits. Because you got him out there and you got his stance and how he throws the ball. He's out there bouncing on his tippy toes. He mainly plays out of shotgun. Talking about his drop back, how he plants his foot, how he throws the ball. But like I always tell you, with practice and time, you can get over a lot of stuff. You can change a lot of things. There's a lot of things that we all go through in life at times. It's like whether you want to change or whether you're forced to change. You know, you got to
Right.
make the change, and it's up to you to go out there and make the change. But I'm glad to see because my thing with Canales is I like his approach. He is he's breaking everything down, to base level. It's almost like okay, I know these guys know football, they play football, they're professionals, but I'm taking everything and I'm breaking it down to the base level of what I want to do, and then we're going to build it back up the way that he sees fit, you know. And but I'm just glad to hear that that he's taking the offense. He's getting the calls. They said they're doing everything right. As far as getting out of the huddle um, on time. And I think the biggest thing is everybody's wanting to see if Bryce can get his average throwing time down. If he has the ball and he has what did Canales say? He wanted to get the ball out of his hands in 2.7 seconds or
2.7.
less. Yeah, but
Yeah.
and he did also say that he had expanded that a little bit and was like, on most plays. Now you got longer developing routes, may take some time, a little more time than that. But on average, he wants
Right.
Price to get the ball out in 2.7 seconds. And these are the things that he has to do to accomplish that. Go ahead.
Yeah, he wanted him to get the ball out, or he wanted to take off and run. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? He said, like he said in the press conference tonight, you can't expect the offensive line to hold up for 4 or 5 seconds. If you get to your first or second progression and nothing is there, then you know what I'm saying, take off and run if you can. That's why, I guess a lot of people have been wondering why Bryce has been sprinting to in between drills from one drill to the other. And he said that is why he wanted to get him used to running full speed after you know
mhm,
you know after each drill to kind of simulate game speed when he has to do it on the field, you know in the game in the pocket when in case of a play break, in case of play breaks down or whatnot. Like I
mhm,
get it, but then I don't. I
mhm,
don't think he has to run full speed in between drills to simulate, running full speed to get out of pocket. That really don't make too much sense to me. But I get it. You know what I mean? So well, whatever he feels that Bryce needs to do that's going to help him
mhm.
be better this year than last year to be able to progress so the team as a whole can progress and we have more than 2 wins, then I'm all for it.
Hey, let me go ahead and say this. Hey, what's good, Uncle Quan? Hey, let me tell you. Now, what I see here is a few people saying that Uncle Quan sent them over here. Hey, big rich homie
Well,
Uncle
hey, we
Quan, we
appreciate you,
appreciate
Quan.
you. We appreciate it. Let me go to some more of these comments. Time for UFL football. What's going on, man? How you doing? Jester, what's going on? He said, good evening. Hey, Fishbowl, Uncle Quan sent me. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you coming over here.
What's going on,
Welcome.
Fishball?
Welcome. Donna B says, yo, 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 yo. Said
How
Uncle
you
Quan
doing,
sent
Donna
me. Hey,
B?
welcome,
We ain't
welcome.
seen we ain't seen Donna B since we first started.
I saw Donna B in the chat on the on the live earlier today. Like I said, when I was in there doing my my best troll impression a little bit earlier today.
Yeah, no, no.
But yeah, look, Earl, like I said, we be all over Donna B. Hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Okay. All right, now Davion Clowney. He showed up yesterday. Okay,
Showed
he
up.
took the podium
Yeah.
and said that he's been training in Houston this whole time. So I think he
Mm-hmm.
said that he does workouts down there. I think a little more extreme workouts to try and get himself ready. And and when he when this is over with, appreciate you, Donna B.
We appreciate
when
that. We appreciate
when
that.
this is over with, he's going back to Houston, to continue training. Now I
Right.
did think about this. Okay, so let me see. Do you think it's an issue? Some of these guys they skip mini camp. I know they're doing their own thing in their training, but that's valuable time that he could have with Ivero and the defensive coaching staff. because Avero was here last year. You got a lot of players that played with him that came to the team in the offseason. They know his system. Maybe some of the verbiage has changed, from team to team, but this will be Clowney's first year in the system. You got somebody like DJ Warnham, he was hurt, but he was still here. So do you think that's sort of a disadvantage for him, training, elsewhere and then coming back? It's not like an Eddie P situation where he doesn't have to learn a whole defense. He's a kicker, you know. So
Yeah.
what do you think, Tony?
Um, yes and no. I think
Mhm.
it's good from building relationships and creating that continuity that you want on your defensive lines, especially when you're going to be looked to be a leader of the defense along with Derek
Mhm.
Brown, right?
Yeah.
In all actuality, really, defensive ends, there's not a whole lot that they learn as far as scheme wise. They all
Mhm.
do the same stunts. They all know how to rush the passer, and they know how to set the edge when they need to in the run game. Um, when you play a corner, or safety, or linebacker, that's where I think a lot of the schemes and things like that fall into, coming to fruition that need to
Mhm.
be learned and mastered and all that. Um, as far as defensive linemen, I don't think so as much, but like you said, it's not like he was sitting at home, on the couch, not just doing nothing. He said he's been training with
Yeah.
the same trainer down in Houston, ever since he came into the league. This is part of his routine. No matter what team that he was playing for, this has been his routine. But in all, you still would like to see him here bonding with the guys from day one. But as we all know, it was voluntary minicamp up until
Mhm.
yesterday. So
Yeah.
he had that option. He wasn't breaking no rules. There was communication between him and, the coaches. So
Mhm.
hey, to me, it's all good. He was here when we needed him to be here. So mentor
Right.
minicamp, he was here. He showed up.
Right. Hey, new member, Donna B. I'm saying Donna BD1. Thank you. We
Yeah,
appreciate you. Well,
we appreciate
welcome to
you, Donna
fan
B,
level.
the one.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I remember about when Donna B first joined, that her whole that name. For the life of me, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be a little longer, and I was like, "What is that? What is it that she's trying? What? I don't know. I don't know what it's saying." And then I think she broke it down one day. No, she broke it down one day in the comments, and she was
Uh-huh.
like, "Yeah, it's Donna B D one," and I was like. Cause it looked crazy when you first look at it. That's how I took it. Now it may not look like that to anybody else, but I was like, what is But she broke it down in the comments one day. So yeah, yeah,
Okay.
she
All right.
definitely has
Hey.
been around. She
Oh
definitely
yeah.
has been around from the beginning. We just want to see you more, Donna B. That's all.
Hey, look, it's all good, Don B. Stop over when you can. But hey, thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate it. And anybody else, if y'all are new, if you want to join, we have a membership tier called Fan Level. Okay, it is the Oh wow, hold on, wait a minute. Jester. Just like gifted 5 subs. Hey, appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, that's all right, man. We appreciate that, Jester. Hey, that's all right. That's our first gifted sub. Hey, and it was funny
Yeah,
because
that is.
I used to watch streamers all the time, playing games, and they'd be like, hey, thanks for the gifted subs. Thanks for the gifted subs. And now I get to say it too. So Jester 90, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
appreciate
you,
that, Jester.
dog.
Donna
Dang,
B
I
said
forgot
she was the
forgot what I
first
was saying now.
cash out.
Oh,
We
okay.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I
Thank you,
remember
Donna
that.
B. We
You're
appreciate
definitely
it.
right. I definitely remember that.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
Roger Jones said, "Chalk up one for the Gamecocks." Thank you, Donna. That's all right. That is all
He
right.
will find a way to throw them damn Gamecocks in there, won't he?
It's all good. Hey, Justin, no problem, man. Keep doing your thing. Hey, y'all, we appreciate you. We appreciate
And we appreciate
you.
you,
Justin.
dog.
Thank you, Justin. Yes, we appreciate you. Okay, now I got to get back to remember what I was talking about. Dang. Okay. Um, hey, what we talking about? We was talking about clowning. And I was starting to talk about something else, and I forgot that day. Oh, okay. Another person in training camp, OTAs. I'm sorry, Miles Sanders. All right, they talked with him,
Mhm.
and they asked him. They said, "Did you look back, or reflect on last season?" Miles Sanders said, "Yeah," for about 5 seconds.
Right.
So I think it's
Hey,
good to see. Yeah, he letting it go. He said, "I thought about it.
yeah,
Hot second, done. Go ahead and move on." Okay. Um,
yeah.
Now my question for you about Miles Sanders is, um, do you think that he's going to be able to get over this injury and have a fairly productive season with our new offensive line? And because I think him and it's good to see what he said. He got this mindset. Hey, I thought about it. It's over. Let's move on. Hey, peace out, Donna B. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, Donna B. Thank you for stopping through.
Go ahead, Tony.
What was your question again? Do I think what?
Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders, with him saying, he thought about last season for about 5 seconds and he moved on. Do you think that mindset is going to hopefully set him up for a kind of a rebound season? Because he's gonna have a lot of work to do because he doesn't have much room for error because he's got a crowded backfield back there with him.
Well, I think for the offense, for the team as a whole, that
Mhm,
they have no way to go but up. So, I don't. You know, whether it's Miles Sanders or anyone else, offensively or defensively, if you had a bad year last year, we all know there's so many factors that we know we you could basically just pick and choose which one you want
mhm.
to talk about a role with. But there were so many negative factors as a team as a whole that we could point to, and that you could say, that Miles Sanders gets a mulligan just like everybody else that we've talked about gets a mulligan. He was
Mhm,
playing through injuries or whatnot. Um, how bad did it hamper him? That's that remains to be seen. We do know that Chuba Hubbard came in when it took place of Miles Sanders and had a pretty productive year. He was like literally, him and Adam Thielen were like the two best bright spots on the offense last year, hands down. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
you just hope that Miles Sanders had gotten through the injuries that he was having last year and that he's healthy and he can come back and be at least half the player he was like he was in his last year in Philadelphia, along with the other running backs that we have in the stable. Because as Dave Canales has mentioned, we're going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. So if we're going to run the ball as much as Dave Canales said we're going to be committed to the run, then you want your backs to be as healthy as possible. And I just hope that he's as healthy as possible.
Hey, you know what? I agree, Tony. But hey, that's a good question, Dig. You said, "Did Penny get kidnapped?" I haven't heard his name in a minute. Yes, I have. I haven't really heard his name throughout this whole process. Since we signed him, we signed him,
Yeah.
and that's damn near about all I heard about Rashad Penny. I
Yeah, I
swear I
haven't
keep forgetting he's on the daggone team.
yeah, I haven't
I
heard him
swear I
say
do.
anything about him. Coach Plumlee, the running back coach, did mention him last week when he did his presser.
Mhm,
The fact that Rashard Penny was on board in the running back room. They was talking about how the running backs uh are really helping each other. Matter of fact, Miles Sanders was talking about it yesterday, how the running backs are gelling, building that relationship, how everybody is supporting each other. They like the fact how Jonathan Brooks is really asking questions, even though he can't be out there on the field physically. He's like soaking up all the knowledge that he
Mhm.
can, which that is something that you want to see out of your rookie, no matter what position. You want to see them come in and ask questions and soak up knowledge that the veterans, at their position can give them, especially playing the position that they play.
Okay. Fact, fact. What's up? All right. And I'm gonna go to another question that Diggy had back up here in the comments. If I can find it. Let me see. Well, let me not search for it, but Diggy did ask also if any update on DJ Johnson. So Tuesday, he was carted off the field. At first, they said it was like it had his knee wrapped up, so they thought it was a knee injury. And Canales said it was something
Mhm.
with his calf. I think he said today that they don't think it's that serious, and he should be good to go for training camp. It was kind of one of those
Right.
things where he felt something. It's something that he may have been dealing with before, but I think he should be good to go for training camp. But now that
Yeah.
hopefully that pans out because I'm looking at the depth chart now, and behind Davion Clowney and DJ Woonham, who is also injured right now still. And Canales did
Yep.
say that Woonham will be ready to go for training camp. He's had some complications, but he's still in line to be ready to go for training camp. But behind them, you got Eku Leota, who's also dealing with the injury himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Amari Barno, who I think is not practicing right now. I think he's dealing with injury. So that leaves us with let me see, Villain, if I'm saying that right, Junior Aho, and Caleb Von Jason.
Say that say that name again.
Junior Aho.
Oh god.
Hey, y'all know I'm terrible with names. But
Okay.
but yeah.
All
So,
right,
I
dog. Let's
really
go.
hey, I really do hope. I really do hope that
Mhm.
our outside linebacking core will be healthy come training camp. Like
Yeah.
everybody like they're saying they will be. At least our starters. And but yeah, depth is gonna be a concern because after Woonham and after Clowney, we really don't know what we have to offer as far as decent depth. Okay. Let me see. We
Yeah.
need Google Voice AI2 for CJ. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh
But
god.
you know what though? One thing I would say, I always try to preface it and be like, "Hey, I know I'm about to mess this name up, so no disrespect." I always try to be like, "Hey, I know I'm about to get this wrong." Miss Hunky Dory said
No,
it's
those
free.
is free.
Thank you, Miss Hunky Dory.
He ain't trying hard enough, Mr. Hunky Dory. He ain't trying hard enough.
Hey, look, yeah, hey, you get what I got, okay? All right. Now, okay. So you had Shaq Thompson. He was at the podium today, okay? And he had an interesting little bit to say, okay? And it was one clip that I'm gonna play here.
Changes that you observed, especially with personnel, the guys that left, what went into your decision to want to return?
What went into my decision? I thought they was on return. Nah, just playing. But I love it here. I've been here for going into 10 years. You know what I mean? This is all I know. I would love to retire here, but that's in my feet. And when I say that, I control what I control. I control myself on that field. If I play well, I'll stay here. If I'm not, I'm out. You know what I mean? I understand and know the business. You know what I mean? This is my last year. So I'm playing for the Panthers and I'm playing for 31 other teams. You know what I mean? But my main focus is, shoot, we got to win. We got to get more than 2 games. We got to make the playoffs.
How many more years before you retire?
How many more years? I think I got about 5 in me. I spent 4 behind TD and Luke. Broke my leg last year to add an extra year. You know what I mean? That's 5 right there.
All right. So I was a few things that I caught in that one. The reporter asked him, with the people that were gone in free agency, Luvu's gone
Right.
in free agency, Jeremy Chin's gone in free agency, Brian Burns was traded, what made him want to come back. And it's funny because the first thing he said, he was like, "Hell, I thought they was all gonna be here." And I think he laughed it off. He was like, "Nah, nah, nah." But I think it was probably a little bit of seriousness, in that as well.
I was going to
Um,
ask you that.
yeah, I think it was a little bit of seriousness in that, and he also said that this is his last year. He wants to remain a Panther. He would love to retire as a Panther. But he said, he's playing for himself and he's playing for 32 other teams. And I know a
Right.
lot of people may take that comment and run with it a little bit. But I think that was him, you know, stating a fact. This is the last year of his contract. Now, he won. If he wants to be a Panther, he needs to continue to be a Panther. He needs to play good enough where the Panthers will keep him. Okay. And if he does that,
Fact.
they decide not to keep him, he is auditioning for 31 other teams because later
Fact.
on in that question, somebody asked him, how many years does he have left, and he said he think he got about 5. He said he was at 4 years behind Shaq and Luke, broke his leg last year, so 5 years.
TD and
He
Luke.
say, huh? Oh yeah, Kuechly and
TD and Luke. You said Shaq and
PD
Luke.
and Luke. My bad, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah, PD and Luke. He had 4 years behind them, and then he broke his leg last year, so that's 5. So seems like he wants to play for a little while, but he's got to go out there and improve it. So I thought that was interesting that he brought up the whole, hey, I got to go out here. And I'm doing this for myself, but I'm also auditioning for 31 other teams. And before that, he also said they asked him how he was feeling, and it was like, he feel great, and he said there's something
Yeah.
about that he was dealing with a groin injury too, not like another surgery he had some years ago, but he was like
Yeah. Back
mentally,
in
physically,
2020.
mhm, mentally, physically, he's feeling great. So I want to ask your opinion on this. Do you think, or do you have any hope that Shaq Thompson will do enough this year to be a Panther again? You think that he's going to do enough so they re-sign him?
If he's as healthy as he say he is, and he feel as good as he say he does, by
Mhm,
him going back playing off ball linebacker, a position that suits him better than playing, the on the ball, being an on the ball linebacker. I think that will, and he has a good year, in that position. Yeah, I don't think they will have no reason not to want to keep him. I don't think he's going to be I don't think he's going to command that type of money as to where you say he's not worth it. You know what
mhm,
I mean? Cuz
yeah,
this is going on now towards the declining part of his career. Now, how much has he declined? That's yet to be seen. Because I'm still always, as long as he's here, I'm still gonna always want to see him perform at his best. But we do know that he's not the Shaq that he was 6, 7 years ago. There's
mhm,
some injuries that has happened. He has played out of position, doing things in different schemes that didn't necessarily, in my opinion, suit his skill set. Hopefully, this can get him back on track to doing so. He has a year now in this 3-4 scheme under Ivero. So hopefully he becomes more comfortable with it. Then with them bringing in other players on defense that have familiarity in this scheme, whether they play with Ivero and with the Rams or in Denver, these are guys that like Josie Jewell that can show him, the ins and outs a little bit more in detail how to play
mhm,
in this game because Josie Jewell has been playing in this game ever since he's been in the league. So that's the benefit within itself. So if
okay,
everything, like I said, if everything's on up and up like you say, and I hope for the best, and we'll see.
okay. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. And if our good buddy Apostle Crusher is watching, and that's PPP from Panthers Prime Podcast. But if he is watching, I'm
Boy,
gonna
you about
go out
made
on the
me choke.
limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Shaq is going to have a good season, especially like you said. We feel
Yeah,
like he's been playing out of position for a few years. If he can get somewhat back to the old Shaq, you know, probably won't be totally because like you said, he's getting up there in age. And it's funny, like getting up there in
yeah,
age. I think he's only 30, but football years he's getting up there in age. But I'm gonna
right.
make a prediction. I'm gonna say Shaq is going to have a good year, and he'll probably be back with us next year. But
Cause
Prime, if
see,
you watching, man, I'm sorry.
yeah, see, the thing about Shaq is though he doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body. Like you said, his first 3 or 4 years in the league, he played backup to
Mm,
TD and Luke. Well, they
yeah.
damn near never came off the field unless they needed to break. So it's not like he came in the league and was an immediate starter and played 60 to 70 snaps a game. So I believe that there's still um some fuel in the tank. He just has to find a way to avoid this injury bug that has plagued him ever since 2020. Because that's the surgery he was talking about on his groin that he said didn't
Mhm,
nobody know that he had was back in 2020. So that just lets you know that he's been dealing with a few things. And I think Carolina has just what I was getting ready to say about Trevor Wallace and Michael Barrett. I think Carolina has drafted linebackers as a just in case, but
mhm,
also for the future as well. Because we don't know how long Josie Jewell is going to be around. You don't really know what you're going to get out of Shaq. So it's about time to get some younger guys in and start grooming them for the
mhm.
future. So I
Yeah.
like that's when I think about it like that, that makes me like the pickup of Trevor Wallace and Michael Barrett even more. When you go back and look at it, the highlights, I can't say tape because I ain't got no tape on them, but go back and look at their highlights, which I have. I mean, both of these
Mhm,
dudes are instinctual, downhill thumpers. They will hit you, sure tacklers, and they are smart. They are very smart linebackers. So hey, I don't think they will have any problem fitting into this scheme.
Hey, Jack is your grandma's low mileage 2014 Cadillac Escalade.
Oh,
Oh
gone.
God, Miss Hunky Dory. As always, man,
Grandma
we appreciate
grandma
you.
got an Escalade. She doing it like that?
Hey, hey, grandma out here balling, dog. But
Well,
but yeah,
nowadays they grandma at 38, so hey, you know, I'm just saying. I'm just
okay. All right.
I have not had any sleep.
I see. It's all good. But I wanted to get back to Diggett's comment here. And like you said, you got Trevor Wallace, you got Michael Barrett. Um,
Mhm.
just think what it would do for Trevor Wallace, especially if Shaq is able to stay healthy all year long. Josie Jewell is able to stay healthy all year long. Comes in situational basis for the moment right now. He sits back, he learns because you got to think
Right.
if Shaq has a good year this year, that's not a guaranteed lock that the Panthers are going to bring him back because they do
That's
have to
true.
negotiate contract. Okay. Now
Facts.
it may have been an advantage for Shaq to go ahead and rework his contract and get that extra year out of it, instead of having to negotiate this year. Because I think he did sign sort of an extension or they reworked his contract and added another year on it. But just think about if he was hold on, Prime, I got you. But just think about if he was trying to negotiate all this stuff, this year, trying to get a new contract or whatever. So, but yeah.
Prime,
But
prime, prime felt,
speaking
prime felt you in the spirit.
yeah, boy. Hey, speaking of Shaq Thompson's favorite fan here, well, everybody,
Yeah,
please say hey
his number one
to
fan.
Apostle Bone Crusher. All right, that is Panthers Prime Podcast. How you doing, dog?
What's up, man? How you doing, fellas? What's going on?
Doing
What's
good,
going on,
man. Doing
Prime? What's
good.
good, baby?
Hey man, I'm down here in Columbia, South Carolina, man, getting ready to hit the bed. But I saw you guys was live, man. Wanted to come in, man, and chat up with you guys real quick. But yeah,
Okay.
Shaq Thompson is not my favorite player. By no
Stop
stretch
lying
of the
to the
imagination.
people. Stop lying to the people,
No, I'm
man.
not lying. I'm not lying. I'm not
You
lying.
know that's your boy.
I'll tell him to his face. Yeah, Miss Smith Marsette's my favorite player right now. Yeah.
Hey, Prime,
Yeah.
I've seen you. I've seen you last week battling for ISM, bro.
Oh yeah, hey man, battling hard, man.
Hey,
I
battling
really wish
hard.
I can get an interview with the man. I'm gonna try to hit him up
Mm,
again, see if I can do a interview with him, man, and just ask him a couple questions. But yeah, man, I really like what Smith Marset brings to the Panthers, man. I was glad to see that today they actually had him out there running routes. So I'm excited about what Dave
mhm.
Canellis is doing, man. I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of talk about Smith Marset. Whether he's going to make the team or not
Yeah,
at this particular moment. Okay, I think Smith Marset brings enough to the table where he is safe.
yeah,
Okay, he
yeah,
brings a lot for special teams.
Facts.
Um, Even if he is not out there running as many routes as other wide receivers, he
yeah,
does bring that element that we saw last year, where you get him on a jet sweep or something, and he'll take it 20, 30 yards to the house for a touchdown. So
yeah.
that might be something that Canales might want to take advantage of, in the upcoming season. So, but me personally,
Well,
I think Smith is safe.
Absolutely, I
well,
agree.
I see when ISM got in the game last year, he was doing a lot of things that you would hope LaVisca Chenault was doing. And
Uh,
honestly and truly, like on those jet sweeps, things like that, those tunnel screens and things like that, he was catching the ball and he was aggressively getting upfield, getting chunk yardage. I mean, that's not something that I necessarily thought that he would do um based off his size and stature, but he showed me enough last year that he got the heart to go out there and go get it. Now, as far as
mhm,
how he is as a true wideout, I think that is going to present problems trying to break into that 3 or 4 man rotation. But his value on special teams and I guess quote unquote being the gadget guy, like they were utilizing him last year. I think that's where he can really make his bones.
okay,
What you
Yeah.
think,
all right,
Prime?
got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the gadget player that he was last year, albeit Frank Wright not utilizing him and only bringing him in for, well, Frank Wright wasn't there. I think that was Chris Tabor and uh, Thomas Brown, but
Yeah.
the inability of utilizing him last year, in my opinion, was a detriment of Frank Wright. Because you had that talent, and I was screaming that from the mountaintops, like you need to use this guy because we watched him in Minnesota and also in Kansas City during their. I want to say Minnesota was during the season, but preseason with the Chiefs, well, he was
Yeah,
actually running
preseason
routes.
with Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually running routes, and he was pretty effective at it. So, I don't understand for the life of me why you wouldn't put him in over Jonathan Mingo. And I think last year was a lot of politics, like Miles Sanders playing when we know he had a growing injury.
Yeah.
Just all this dumb stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if you guys hit on it yet, and forgive me if I bring it up too early, but I'm a little nervous about Xavier Leggette's hamstring situation, and I think that there's a correlation between why we're bringing in David Davis and maybe working out another wide receiver from the UFL. I think he may not be.
Oh yeah.
I think he may not be ready, man.
Hey, but you know what, Prime? You bring up a good question, and maybe Rock Jones can answer this question. Why everybody from the University of South Carolina stay hurt? Why they can't stay healthy? DJ Wanham can't stay healthy. JC Horn can't stay healthy. God dang on Xavier Leggett ain't healthy. Like what is the in the water down there, Columbia? Rock Jones, can you please let us know? Can you tell us what it is down there in the water in
Well, my brother,
Columbia?
I'm down here in Columbia right now, and I tell you right
Don't
now,
drink the water.
I
Don't
won't
drink the
don't
water.
drink the water. My brother,
Oh
when I got
God.
off the bus, it was stank. I tell you that much. I don't know what's down there in this water, y'all.
See,
I said,
Yo.
oh
Oh my
snap,
God.
kid. It stank down here, yo.
oh God, oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what,
Whew.
Tony? I promise you. That makes a lot of sense now.
Eh,
Woonham,
Hey,
Xavier.
I've been
Yeah.
trying, I've been trying to let Rock live, but I'm just saying.
Hey, look, he said it's when you have to move to NC. So what you saying, Rock, is when they go from that, uh tainted water down there in South Carolina, to the fresh and clean water up here, it takes
The water that
Hmm.
comes down from the mountains, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And by the time
yeah.
they hit Columbia, it's done.
it done been through a lot.
You got to catch it
Hey,
upstream.
this clean. Hey, this clean. By the time they get to North Carolina, when they get ready, when they get some of this clean water, it's hard to filter out that tap water, dog. That's all I'm saying.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah.
Hey, Fishbowl said if Leggett is hurt, I want him to stay on the sideline sitting on his horse during practice. And I think that's what they've been doing.
Man, I'll go up there and hit that country dude in the back of his head. Man, get off that horse, man. What you talking about?
Oh my God. Yeah, this my horse Thunder, man.
Yeah,
I had to
Oh
bring him up
God.
there.
yeah, it's
Oh
dollar bill.
God.
Dollar bill.
You
What?
see the last? Hey, CJ, you see the last comment?
Hey, look, hey, no said, didn't I tell y'all last week they need some Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, they do,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Yeah,
Yo, hey,
Oh
tell Nicole Tepper to stop to the store and grab some real quick.
something.
The gummies.
Something.
They need the gummies
The
too. Don't get the
gummies.
chewable.
The
Yeah, get the
chewable ones
gum.
may cause they may get injured by the chewable ones, man. Get the
Hey,
gummies
they need to
and
they
let it
need to
just
go
melt
buy
in your
every
mouth.
supplement on the
Pause.
market.
Yeah.
Hey, that's all I'm saying is, man, like everybody coming from South Carolina, man, stay hurt.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Except Clowney.
Yeah.
Except Clowney.
Except-
Clowney is your ace in the hole right now.
Yeah.
The
Let
mother
me tell you,
three,
Tony, if he end up getting hurt, I'm gonna reach through the phone. I'm gonna slap you right upside the house. Because now you don't brought this crap up.
No, that's a fact, man.
Oh my
But yeah.
God.
But
It's
I
a-
think I think that's the reason why they're looking at all these other wide receivers, man. Especially the new guy that they were working out. He's 6'5". Like, and I heard that he was on our practice squad back in either 2020 or 2021. So I mean, he has some familiarity with this, organization.
tomorrow, they Woo Davis.
Not the other guy. Isn't it the other guy?
he has another one. I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his
Oh,
name either. But
He was like
tomorrow,
the
another.
offensive player of the year, wasn't he? In the USFL. Not the
yeah,
USFL, but UFL. Oh
yeah.
goodness.
I thought that was I thought that was David Davis. That wasn't David Davis.
I think
Oh,
David Davis was all pro or all UFL, something like
Hakeem
that.
Butler. Hakeem Butler.
Hakeem Butler.
That's
Oh,
the other one. Yeah,
out
Hakeem
of
Butler.
yeah, he came from Iowa State, not Ohio State. Iowa
Mhm.
State. Yeah, Hakeem Butler.
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah.
he was
he's
named this
tall,
year's
man.
offensive player of the year.
He reminds me like
hmm
his height reminds me of like a Megatron, only because of the colors that they wore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
He's like 6'5", 6'6".
he's 6'5". He's a big boy, man. Tall dude, Pause.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, you know what? Hey, Prime. Now, while you here,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and do this. I know you got to go.
Yeah.
Okay. And remember when we was in the chat earlier, and
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember, but they was talking about who was coming up next, and I was like, nah, we need to see Eddie P. He got some
Yeah.
explaining to do. Then
Yeah.
Bryce Young showed up, and
Yeah.
after Bryce Young, they popped up with Eddie P.
Yeah.
So let me see if you remember what Eddie P said to this right here. Okay. Hold on
Okay.
1 second. Oh my goodness.
So I say that to say, when the team drafts a kicker with what you've done, does that make you feel some kind of way?
I don't think they drafted him, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna pause it right there. She said,
Yeah.
so you you think does it make you feel some type of way that they drafted a kicker? Eddie said, no, ma'am, excuse me, let me set the record straight.
I
He
can't.
was not
I
drafted.
cannot. I cannot say what I want to say. I want to say it so
I just
bad.
want to punch
Cause,
Kid. I want to punch
'cause-
that dude, man. Where you been at, kid? Don't be trying to correct nobody, man.
if you see that
And I
look
and,
on
I-
his face right there, oh my God.
Sit your
and,
lemon
and I
lime
think,
head down, man.
hey,
Oh
I
my
think that was I
God.
think that was Vashti. I would love to see the look on her
Yeah.
face when he
Yeah.
said that. I'd
Oh.
love to see the look on her face. Hold on, let me finish playing. Let me start it over again. Let me start it over again. This is hilarious.
So I say that to say, when the team drafts a kicker with what you've done, does that make you feel some kind of way?
I don't think they drafted him, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay. No, I know it's part of the business. If they can, it's just the NFL. They try to replace you all the time, and it's just part of the business. Everybody has to compete. Nobody's job is safe. I feel like that's what the head coach's motivation is. Like you got to compete, earn the spot, and that's just part of being in the NFL.
Is that a slight concern then for you? I mean, because you haven't been here. I mean, is that
Yeah.
back in your mind like, hey, I got to get back there at some point? Like a job I'm trying to keep.
No, I haven't thought about that. No, not really. I feel like I've done well here. I think I've kicked well. The last 2 seasons that I've been here, I've been over 90%. And like I said, my goal is, I'm third right now, trying to be the best kicker I can be. So.
Okay. So now I didn't know this. Now over the past 2 years he's been with the Panthers. Right now he's
Yeah.
currently third in field goal percent. I think he sits at like 80. He's like 89% for his career. I think he averaged out to like 90% for the Panthers over the past 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
But I think the thing with Eddie though is um we all know he's been fairly good. Okay, I'm not gonna say he's a bad kicker, but it's just the kicks that he has missed, especially in that Atlanta game. Now I'm not
And
giving him no kind of no kind of what's the word I'm looking for, pass.
Didn't he
You
miss
know for
2 in
that
Atlanta?
he missed the
yeah.
extra point. He missed the extra point that probably would have won us the game, and then he missed the field goal in overtime that would have won us the game. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
He
like, my
did.
thing is you
But see,
90%, but
that's the thing. It just like with life. You
mhm,
can do something right 100 times, and you probably won't get no praise for it. But you mess up once or twice, you never live it down. And I think with Eddie P, he has never lived that game down in Atlanta. No matter how good he has kicked since then, that Atlanta game will always haunt him in Panthers Nation. It
yeah.
just it is what it is. It
Hey,
is
now
what it
first of
is.
all,
I don't think
he
he'll be
makes
able
a
to
good
shake it.
point. Hey, he makes a good point. So he kinda has the leverage here. He won both games last year. If they stick with the thick guy, some other team will pick Eddie up.
Hey, yo, big guy.
Hey, let
Yeah,
me hey,
see,
but the thing is though, all right, Eddie came back first day, missed 2 kicks. Okay, now Harrison Mevis has not missed a kick the entire offseason so far. Ever
oh,
since he's
Eddie
been
missed two yesterday.
he missed 2 today. He didn't kick yesterday. He kicked the day that he missed 2 of them. Okay, so my thing is like,
Mm.
dog, this young man has been, who look, he wasn't drafted, undrafted free agent, but he hasn't missed yet in OTAs. So,
Now,
you can't come back in the door, Eddie, missing 2 field goals.
Vashti got Eddie looking at Harrison Meaver sideways in the locker room now.
But you did hear him say, he said, yeah, I haven't really spoken to him just for high and by. Eddie Pinheiro
Yeah,
is very, very tight about this situation right now.
He
yeah.
is.
He is.
He is. He is. He
Yeah,
is.
I'm
And
about
it's
I'm,
like
about- I'm
now,
about I'm about to add him on Twitter. Like, yo, you mad? You should have been here the whole time. I'm about to do that. Same way I did Shaq
and and
Thompson.
And then if you notice, he said it. And I don't know if he meant to say it like this, but he was like, "Yeah, they're trying to replace you all the time." Like, no, like there ain't nobody trying to replace you all the time. You know what I mean? It's almost like that's
Right.
his conscience was speaking in. It's
Oh
like his
yeah.
conscience
Yeah.
came was like, "Yeah, they trying to replace me all day, every day," and he was like, "Oh crap, no, I didn't mean to say that." He just kept on talking. I'm like, "Nah, bro, they ain't trying to replace you all the time." But my thing is, it's like, hey, they brought this guy in, and then you come in and don't look like you've been doing
Hey,
much.
one thing about it though, for Panther Nation, this is the competition that we want. We want competition at
Hmm.
all positions and pressure bust pipes. Either gonna bust a pipe or it's gonna create a diamond. So ADP, which one is gonna be for you? You know what I'm saying? Is your pipe burst
Hey,
or you
yo,
gonna you know what I'm saying? You gonna
that's
create a
wild.
diamond.
That was
You know what
wild.
I'm saying?
Hold on. All right,
That was
for
great.
my co-host here, let me do this. They put that in the chat. Pause.
Yeah. Oh, that was wild. You want to bust your pipe?
Oh
What?
my.
Yo.
Hey,
Hey, look at
hey,
this.
but
Look
y'all,
at this. He said Panero declared for the 2018 NFL draft early after only 2 seasons with the Gators, only to go undrafted. Wow. Wow.
oh, so he wasn't drafted either. Oh wow.
Boy.
Dang.
They said this says you how smart
What?
he is. He said, "Dig you went there." Fishball
What
said,
is
"Damn,
fish?
PPP punishing." But I don't know. I ain't.
Pa- Polly Michael players? What? What?
Hey, Fishbump has this thing on my channel, right? Where he takes the acronyms PPP. He put
Yeah.
one day I'm gonna put one of his because I got them all written down at
Uh
home. Like, you don't know, I got them all written down. One day I'm gonna put them on a shirt and wear it to the game. And I'm gonna say sponsored by Fishball or inspired by Fishball. Man.
That's all right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate Fishball a lot, man. Yeah.
Lots of kickers go undrafted though. Hold on. Another said expressing or constituting
Oh,
a
here she
strongly
go with the
critical attack
definitions.
on or a controversial opinion about someone or something. Okay. Thanks, dear. I appreciate
Thank you, Nella.
that. That is all right. Okay. Now, like I said, Prom, whenever you got to go, just let us know. But I got one more piece on Eddie P here. Okay.
Okay.
One
Yep.
more piece. When he said this, I ain't gonna lie. I was in the comments and I was in all okay. I'll tell you what I said in a second.
Yeah.
How would you describe your personal matter with the Panthers? I mean, is it confrontational or is it?
Yeah.
How would you describe it?
No, non-confrontational at all. Like I said, when I got in here, everybody, all my teammates missed me, and they were just telling me because they know that I'm really good in ping pong. So they were just all like, "Oh man, we missed you. Let's go. We got a ping pong game to play." And
Yo,
I hope so.
Being good at ping pong.
this cat got up
Oh,
there and was like, yeah, guys, everybody was ready to see me because of my skills on the ping pong table. Click, 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 click. Hey,
The heck? What?
yo, I was in the chat. I was
oh
like,
my
bruh.
God.
I said, kick. I was like, you kick the ball. Nobody hear about you playing a damn ping pong. Oh my God, yo. Yeah, look at
No,
Fishbowl here.
I know. That's what I was laughing at.
Yo, oh, that's wild. Hey, hold on.
Fishbowl got the after dark shit going on right now.
Yeah, on ping pong.
Oh my God. You know
Oh,
what?
yo,
The hell with it. We don't go on
Ed,
left now. Might as well.
Eddie the Dirt. Hey, Matar Lomax with the $2 super chat. Hey, man, thank you so much. We appreciate that. It said at least he's good at
Panero.
something.
It's a Panero ping pong potency.
Yo,
Hey,
thank
all my
you,
friends
Matar
were
Lomax.
excited
We
for me to come
appreciate
back
you.
because I'm the best at
Oh,
ping pong. What?
Oh God, yo, I'm gonna tell you, I lost it. I know my coworkers was like, did he just yell ping pong? Because I was like
oh,
ping pong.
sweet Jesus.
I was like, bro, I was like, kid, like you out here missing field goals talking about, yeah, everybody was
Hey,
ready to see me
play,
because we're gonna play a ping
play,
pong
play
tournament.
that, play that again. Dopey nightlife. Say, what did he just say? Play.
Hold on, here you go. Hey,
Here
again,
you go.
Rashad, thank you for the $2 super chat, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
it. Thank you.
appreciate it, my
Hold
bad. Appreciate it, guy.
on.
How would you describe your personal matter with the Panthers? I mean, is it confrontational or is it?
Okay, so they asked him, how would you describe your personal matter with the Panthers? And a little bit of context on this, the reporters were trying to get him to tell them why he wasn't there, and he had a response. He
Right.
said, "I'm not going to discuss what the situation for why I was out." They tried him a couple times. And he said it every time. I'm not going to discuss the reason for why I was out. So
Right.
that's that on that. All right.
Yeah. No, non-confrontational at all. Like I said, when I got in here, everybody, all my teammates missed me, and they were just telling me because they know that I'm really good in ping pong. So they were just all like, "Oh man, we missed you. Let's go. We got a ping pong game to play." And
Yo, hey, let's go. We miss you. They got a ping pong game to play. Hey. Hey, PvP, thank you, man, with the 5 gifted subs. Man,
Hey,
dog, we
appreciate
appreciate
it,
that, man.
PvP.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that, man.
Oh God,
I said
Eddie.
earlier, I said I've watched streamers for years. Hey, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for the gifted subs. Now I can say it now.
Yeah, most
So
deaf, most
thank you
deaf,
for the
man.
5
Yeah,
gifted subs, dog. We appreciate you.
yeah, we
But
Absolutely,
appreciate that, my guy.
most
yeah,
definitely.
Dopey Nightlife TV. Yeah, he said that everybody was happy to see him because he's very good at ping pong, and they had a ping pong game to play. So and then I forgot who asked the question, but she said this.
I hope so.
I think she
Just
said
that.
you
What you
think the
say?
pool. You said you think the pool tables are gone going next season.
To
Hold on.
play, and I hope so.
Oh, the ping pong tables. Oh, okay.
I don't trust him. Look at his face. I don't trust him.
Oh my God,
Look at
yo.
his face.
Oh,
He looking a little too happy, huh?
Yeah, he like
He a little
bro.
too excited about
he
the
like the
ping
type of
pong
person
tables.
that'll go in the grocery store and lick a lollipop and wrap it back up, put it back on the stand. That's what he look like. I
Nah,
don't
that's
trust
just
him.
Hey,
that.
hey, Fitball said Panero might be a hell of a pickleball player too.
Yeah. Yeah, he like he
Wow.
walk around with onions in his back pocket. I don't like that dude, man.
Hey, say if he
Oh
beats the
God.
Nels at the ping pong table, he gets to keep his roster spot. Oh my God, I would love to see that. I'd pay to go see that. That let me tell you. Yeah, it's just I mean, and I get what he was saying. No, there's no bad blood, there's no animosity, nothing. He was talking about, hey, everybody was like, hey, welcome back, Eddie. We miss you. But boy, when he brought up ping pong, I was just like, nah, bro. I was like, no, I don't hear nothing about no damn ping pong. Go out there and kick that ball, man. You been back for 45 seconds and done missed 2 field goals. This man been out here
Yeah.
all summer long and ain't missed yet. Nah, fam. I'm not accepting that.
He like
Not
the type of
accepting.
nigga. He like the type of nigga that celebrate Earth Day. That's what he look.
Earth Day.
You know what? You know.
Hey, DCAS said he spoke on his accuracy. He feels like he should be paid. Well, you know what? And like I was saying earlier, his accuracy, I think, in his career, 89%, and he was mentioning that he wanted to get into the 90% up with Justin Tucker because Panero was third. Forgot who was second, and the kicker from Atlanta is right behind him. But Panero's sitting right there, 89%, so he wants to get up in that 90%, with Justin Tucker. But he, like I said, he's been a good kicker, and like I said it earlier, but he did win us 2 games last year, but like Tony said, you can do 1,000 things right. You do one thing wrong, everybody forget about what you did right. And let me
Yeah.
tell you, me included, I still think about daggone PJ Walker rolling out, launching that pass, DJ Moore catching the ball. And mind you, DJ Moore got up and threw his helmet off, added a few yards to the kick, still a makeable kick.
Not
Missed.
just a few yards, 15 yards. The extra point is already 38. So he kicked a 53-yard extra point. I'm just saying. I ain't
But I'm
making no
saying, hey,
excuses for him.
but hold on. In 2022, now, field goals, 50 plus yards, he was 2 or 2. So act like it's not like he didn't do it before that year. Okay. Then
No,
he
no,
lucked
like I
up.
said, I'm not making no excuses for him. I'm just saying there was a factor in play, before he kicked the field goal. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
No,
That's
I
all I'm
got you.
saying.
I got you. I agree. I got you. And then,
Tip
you know,
real
we get the
Will.
ball back. What's up, Will? How you doing, buddy? Then we get the ball back. Get the ball back in overtime down the field. What does he do? He missed the field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yes,
you,
he did.
I'm telling you. So that was it. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
let me say when he said ping pong, I lost. I lost. I was like, I know this cat did not say he was good at ping pong. Like,
yeah,
bro, I don't yeah. You
yeah.
could have just said, yeah, you could have just said everybody was happy to see you and leave it at that.
Yeah, Dopey Nightlife. Yeah, I saw what you said, Dopey Nightlife. You let the type of nigga to eat orange crayons, don't he? Only orange crayons, old builder face.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what he looked
Hey,
like.
also say, yeah, the silencer for me was the ping pong. Yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? Unless he was kicking perfectly upon his return, we don't care about his extracurricular activities. Facts. Facts. There you go. Yes, we do not care about how good you can play ping pong. Fishbowl, Panero prefers paint chips.
Yeah.
I tell you, Fishbowl be on one, man.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, hey, look,
Oh God.
we gonna leave Fast Eddie and Fast Eddie P alone. Okay,
Yeah.
we gonna
Hey,
leave
but
we gonna leave him alone for now.
at the end of the day, at least there will be a competition, and I think whoever is the best kicker throughout the preseason, that's who's going to be the kicker going to the regular season. So Eddie Pinero, I don't think he's going to be as comfortable this year as he was last year.
Hey, Tony,
Okay.
Tony. His shirt don't even look like he's sweated. I mean, that. Hey,
that he
that
that
brother
he
ain't
was
done
just as
nothing.
clean when he started.
Quay,
Yeah.
you
I
crazy.
mean, look at it. Look at it. Look, he just came out the
Uh-huh.
dryer. Yeah, he ain't done nothing
Yep.
today.
Okay. Hey, and also wanted to go ahead and switch over to our next topic and part of the thumbnail. So we're going to one little topic that I'm going to bring up every Wednesday night. We're going to talk about the NFC South. And we're kind of going to go position by position and see how not only how we compare, but how we think, as Panther fans, the division stacks up. Okay. And tonight, we're going to go ahead and get things started with everybody's favorite topic this offseason, the quarterback position. Okay. And I'm asking the question, who in the NFC South has the best QB? Okay. And I say QBs because we're going to go starting QBs and the situation, God forbid, I don't want this to happen. But just say every starting QB
The
in the
backup.
division was out, who has the best backup. Okay. So I wanted to start off with let me see. Let me start today. All right. I want to start off with Bryce. Okay. And I'm going on the body of work from last year. Okay. And his body of work in general. And it's only last year. So I'm going to go ahead and put Bryce Young at the bottom. Okay. So as far as the starters, he's got to be number 4 right now. All right.
Rightfully so.
I do I
Rightfully
do
so.
think that will change by the end of the year, and I'm not going to say how high I think he's going to be, but I don't think he's going to stay at the bottom too long. At least I hope he won't. Okay.
Hope not.
But
Right.
Prime Tony, what y'all think?
I mean,
Go ahead, Prime.
I think you got Bryce appropriately placed. I mean, if this is the league that it's a "Where have you done for me lately" league, then you got to put Bryce at 4.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about starters, are we talking about starters then going towards backups?
Yeah, talking about starters right now. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I got to put Baker at 1. Only because he made it to the playoffs, second round of the playoffs. So I got to put Baker
Fact.
there. Now for me, it's a toss up because I haven't seen Kirk Cousins,
Mm-hmm.
play last year because of his injuries. When he did play last, in my opinion, I don't think it was that spectacular. I think didn't they lose to the Giants in the first round of the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken? I think that's what it was. But I would probably have to go Kirk Cousins, then old boy from the Saints. So I'll go in that order. Bucks,
Derek Carr.
Falcons, Derek Carr, yeah. Derek Carr be 3. and then it would be Bryce Young at 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you going Baker, Kurt, Derek, and Bryce.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. If we're going
Okay.
based off of last year, then I have to go in that order. You know, Kirk Cousins is who he is. He's a bona fide veteran.
Mhm.
He warrants that type of respect in that regard. Now, how I feel he's going to play this year, I don't think he's going to do that well. But in just respect of placement, I'll place him at 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. Tony,
For
what you got?
for me, I'm gonna go with Bryce number 1. I mean not Bryce. I mean Baker. I meant to say Baker.
No, you good.
Well, no, I meant to say Baker, but Bryce is right there, and that's probably why I said
I'm
Bryce.
sorry.
But yeah, I have to go with Baker number 1. I have to go with Derek Carr number 2. And the reason I say that, him over Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins hasn't played a snap in the NFC South. Don't know what you're going to get from him this year, coming off that Achilles injury. So I think that's a knock that's against him right now, based off his age. And you know, we had to see him in the NFC South to really get a true gauge at where he would stand as far as the ratings in the NFC South. So I'm gonna go get Derek Carr 2. I have to go with Kirk Cousins at 3 because I think he's a better quarterback than Bryce right now. And injured or not, and that's saying a lot. And I have to go with Bryce at number 4 because, like you said, if you're going off body of work, well, hell, he ain't got none. You know what I'm saying? His body's work
Mhm.
is really, and there's nothing to go off of. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like you said, CJ, he has nowhere to go but up, and that's what we're all are hoping for. I don't think he will be at the bottom come the end of the season, but right now, yeah, he definitely number 4.
Okay. Now let me throw this out there too. Does it have any weight on y'all decisions that every QB in the league is starting a new offense? If I'm not mistaken, everybody has a new offensive coordinator. Bryce Young does. Let me see. Yeah, Derek Carr has a new offensive coordinator. Um, I mean, even though Kirk Cousins would generally, because he's a free agent, but the whole team in general has a new offensive coordinator, and Tampa Bay does as well. So does
Yeah.
that weigh at all on your decision?
I didn't go ahead, Brian.
No. You go. You go. I'll yield for you.
No, I'm saying I didn't even think about that. That's a good question, CJ. Even when you factor to me, even when you factor that in to the equation, I still would go by just base because we're basing off the body of work of last year. So regardless of
Mhm.
who the head coach is or the offensive coordinator this year, if I'm going off just by last year, I have to go. I have to go with the order that I stated. Derek Carr. I'm sorry. Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, and then Bryce.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're going based off of that, because remember that right there is now talking about future tense. When we talk about the new
Right.
offensive coordinators that are coming in, um,
Right.
I have a lot of faith in Canellis, more than what I had previously when we first did obtain him as the head coach. I
Okay.
do believe that he's smart enough to get Bryce to a place where he can do the things that he's good at. So if we go off of the future tense, I would have to
Mm.
put Baker at 1, Bryce at 2, Kirk Cousins at 3, and then I would have to put whatchamacallit at 4. I think that's how it's going. I think the Saints are going to have a hard time this year. They're a lot
Okay.
older than everybody else, and I think that we have a better system over
Mm.
here. Baker Mayfield won Comeback Player of the Year. It's not by happenstance that he won that last year. It's
Right.
not by happenstance that Dave Canellis has been successful, with Baker this past year, keeping the field going. Remember, last year they won, I think, 9 games, if I'm not mistaken, or 8 games before going to was it 8 games going before the playoffs? I think it
Who
was.
Saints?
I think Tim Ben, I think they finished 9-8. I think they finished 9-8.
Yeah.
And
9-8.
what was it when Tom Brady was there? His last year, was it 9-8?
Oh no,
10
it was
10-7.
no. They were under 500 that year, weren't they? Like a game under 500 and still made the playoffs,
Were
and they
they?
got booted in the first round. Hold on, give me
I
a second.
don't remember exactly.
Well, my only reason for saying that is, you would think that with having Tom Brady not there no more, Bruce Arians being a year removed, and now we're up under Todd Bowles, the determining or the line that was actually frequent was Tom Brady. Now Tom Brady's gone, and you still have the same production, with a new offensive coordinator. So I think Dave Cannell's brought stability to that situation. I think he'll do the same thing here in Carolina.
Yeah, that Brady's last year they went 8-9. They won the division 8-9. Because remember
so he won an extra game. So
yeah, that was the whole Eddie P thing, because we lost that game in Atlanta, and then compound that with Jeremy Chin taking out JC Horn by mistake, and then CJ Henderson getting
CJ
totally,
Henderson.
I mean, just he got worked all over the field.
You know what I want to say right now, but I
Mike
ain't gonna say it, but that dude.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yes, I feel you, Prime.
We can read your mind, brother. We can read your mind. I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Man,
And,
that Tampa Bay game was in reach, man. We was winning up into the third quarter, man. It's God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if y'all see me scrolling through the pictures up here, what I did, I put the different quarterbacks, and I have their seasons that they've played in the NFL so far. So these are the stat lines for each one of their seasons. Okay, so that's why I'm scrolling through the quarterbacks. Now I'm gonna give my my list here. And of course, and put Bryce Young at 4. Okay, I'm going to put Derek Carr at 3. Okay, I'm gonna put Derek Carr at 3. I am going to put Baker Mayfield at 2.
Oh wow!
Because I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced yet that, and when we have to see this, preseason, start of season. I'm not convinced yet that Canales leaving won't have an impact, on Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
I think it will.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair
Yeah,
assessment.
because you look at his seasons up until he got with Canales, and not saying that he was a bad quarterback, but this was his the best season of his career, basically. Like Prime said, he got comeback player of the year. And I saw another stat where over his career, the average time for them to release a pass, out of the pocket, and this was the lowest time that he had in his career. He was right at like 2.8 or 2.9 seconds, which is right there close to what Canales want his quarterback, to get the ball out of his hands when he's in the pocket. But and then I'm going to go with I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna go with Kirk Cousins number 1. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, well, you know what? Now he going to Atlanta. He ain't gonna have Justin Jefferson no more. And I thought, but I went and looked back at some of his seasons, and I was like, well, nah, Kirk Cousins been putting up 4,000 yards with Pierre Garcon and Deshaun Jackson, not necessarily Deshaun Jackson prime, Jamison Crowder, and then he did it with Thielen. He had Thielen and Diggs when he started off in Minnesota, and now he had Justin Jefferson for a few years. But I'm gonna give Kurt the benefit of the doubt right now. I'm gonna give Kurt the benefit of the doubt right now. But yeah, that's my order right now. Kurt, Baker, Derek, and Bryce. And like I said, I hope that drastically changes by the end of the season. All right. Now, y'all in the chat, let us know what y'all order is as far as starting quarterbacks. Now we're going to move on to the backups. I don't have any slides on the backup. So
do what Nella said.
What she say?
Still watching, hit the like button if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you, Nella. Get on them.
Indeed. Panther Dog, what's going on, brother? Said, what's
Panther
up,
Dog? What's going on with you, brother?
the emoji king. Hey, again, Prime, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Another 5 get the super chat. We appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, PPP.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's get your thoughts on the on the backups. And I'm going to pull up everybody's backups here. But let me see. Ah, shoot. Okay, so Atlanta, you go to their depth chart. So you got their backup Michael Penix Jr., Taylor Heineke, and John Paddock, who I believe is a rookie. Then you got
He's just a
next,
camp body.
yeah, just can't body. All right, you got the Buccaneers. You have Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask, John Walford, and Zach Anixter. Hope I said that right.
And quiet as kept. John Walford is good enough to beat out Kyle Trask for the backup position. A lot of people, I don't know if you watch a lot of ACC football
Mhm.
PPP, but John Walford was the quarterback at Wake Forest. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Before Wake Forest had
Sam Hartman.
the guy, yeah, Sam Hartman, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
John Walford was the quarterback at Wake Forest, and he had a pretty good um. I don't want to say run, but whenever he came in for um in LA, what's the quarterback for the Rams?
Oh, Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, when he came in a few times for Matthew Stafford, when Matthew Stafford got hurt, John Walford played pretty good. Now that's someone I think that could really give Kyle Trask a run for his money for that backup position down there at Tampa. I didn't know he was the backup, but yeah, John Walford is okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm not privy to the backup that you were just talking about. I have no idea who that is at all. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Now let me get through the Saints real quick, Prime.
okay,
So
go
they
ahead.
got their backup Jake Hayner, Spencer Rattler, and Taysom Hill. Okay. And go ahead, Prime.
Yeah, I mean Taysom Hill, we know who he is. We know the type of I won't even say dual threat, triple threat that he is. I mean, this guy can
Mhm.
play quarterback, running back, tight end, block. He maybe even be the water boy and the CEO of the Saints at one. I mean, he does everything, man. But I think when you got Taysom Hill, I mean, I don't think that there's, if anything, I would say Rattler has a better opportunity of taking old boy's job. What's his name?
Oh,
Um,
Jake Hayner.
no, Derek Carr.
Oh, word.
Oh
I think
wow,
he has a better chance of taking because you can utilize Taysom Hill in so many different places,
Mm.
and I personally think that the Saints are going to be bottom of the barrel this year. So, I mean that might be. I think they may hold on to Taysom Hill because he is a Swiss Army knife. And I know I said that
Oh
before
yeah.
with old boy, with the running back Tariq Cohen. But I mean, I th- I honestly do think that Taysom Hill has a spot there in New Orleans, and I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. But I think Rattler is the guy that's going to take Derek Carr's position. So yeah,
Okay.
you think that happened this year?
probably not this year. Maybe like next year. Maybe.
Okay,
Eventually.
Yeah, I doubt it. I mean, if,
Okay.
if,
okay.
if they go like 0-5 or they have like a bad record before their bye week, the Saints fans may be screaming for Rattler to come in. It's a strong possibility for that
Mm,
there as well as in Atlanta. It's a strong possibility with having these new young
right.
quarterbacks. So yeah,
Hey, dig it. He is 33. He's 33 years old. I did not know he was that old.
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
he been there a while. He been there a
Okay.
while.
All right. Tony, the
Well,
backup.
as far as the backups,
Hmm.
if we ranking them in order, I have to go with Andy Dalton, number one, because I don't think none of
Hmm.
the backups for the other three teams has the body of work over their career like Andy Dalton has. Andy Dalton was a 9-10 year starter for the Bengals. Former, I think he was a first or second round pick, whatever.
Hmm.
He started in New Orleans. He started some games in Dallas.
Hmm.
Okay. So for us, which I think is very beneficial for us to have that veteran presence behind Bryce. You know, if God forbid Bryce gets hurt, miss some time, you have a veteran that has been around, that established in the NFL that can come in and you not really miss a beat. What I see with a lot of these other teams, they have a lot of unproven backups. Besides New Orleans, I mean, I know Taysom Hill has been in New Orleans for a while, but he has not been a legitimate number two backup at quarterback at any point in time. I mean, he has been that true Swiss Army knife. So if you was just want to just talk about pure quarterback play, um, Taylor Heineke, if he can beat out Michael Penix Jr., I can see that probably being the number two rank as far as backups. Because Taylor Heineke does has that body of work. He does have that starter experience. He has been around for a while. Um,
Mhm.
as far as New Orleans and Tampa Bay, I mean, either one of them could be three or four. It really doesn't even matter
Yeah.
because I don't think they have any proven quarterback play as far as backup. Now, John Wofford, I just spoke about him. He has played in more games than any of the backups in New Orleans that are just pure quarterbacks. So I would have to give him the edge when it comes to that. So yeah, I would say New Orleans 3 and Tampa Bay 4.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with Dalton. For us, number one as far as backups. I'm going to go with I wanna say Falcons at 2, and then I don't because they do have 2 rookies now. I know that, John Paddock may or may not make the team. He may be a camp body, but the thing is, Penix is a rookie, so if Kirk Cousins does go down, do you think that they're just gonna throw him in, or does Taylor Heineke actually get a shot? You get what I'm saying?
Are
Or is
are they saying right
what?
now that he's the number 2 or is him and Taylor
And
Heineke going to battle it out for the number 2?
Oh, well, I don't know yet, but I'm just going by the depth
Mm,
chart here. I see it's got Penix at number 2 and Heineke at number 3. So I'll put
mm,
the Falcons at number 2 with that one, and then like I said with New Orleans, I'd put New Orleans 3 and Tampa Bay 4. And like we were talking earlier about Taysom Hill. Now, yeah, he doesn't have like a he's got game experience. He's come in for James Winston, when he was in New Orleans. And he did have
right.
some playing time. He did win a few games, but nothing as far as like starting a whole season and putting that body of work on film for an entire season. Okay, but I
Right.
will I will give them number 3 on the strength of him, but more than likely if Derek Carr does go down, and they feel good about, Spencer Rattler or, whatever, they may give them a shot over Taysom Hill, or they may not. I could be completely wrong. And then,
Mm,
Tampa Bay, I put them at the bottom because Trask and all them
yeah.
boys is just, hey, it's whatever.
It's
So, but
trash.
Now, Now,
yeah.
for me, I'm just basing my opinion just off of what they have on paper right now. When preseason
hmm
come around, a lot of those backups, those second and third stringers, are going to get a lot of playing time, so they'll get the opportunity to vie for that number 2 position, whether it's in New Orleans, Tampa, or Atlanta, because you never know. Michael Penix may not play as good, and Taylor Heineke may outplay him in the preseason. Cause those two quarterbacks are gonna get a lot of run over Kirk Cousins. They're not gonna just throw Kirk Cousins out there in the preseason and that man just come back from that Achilles injury. So Taylor Heineke and Michael Penix are gonna get a lot of run in the preseason. So I think you're gonna get a real opportunity to see how how they say how the cookie crumbles, more or less.
hmm
So we'll see.
Okay. Right. 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 All right. Well, I think that was pretty interesting. But like I said, week by week, I hope to do this and start going around with all the other positions. Don't know what we're going to do next week, but I mean, anything from secondary, running backs or whatever. But we're going to kind of size up, us versus the rest of the division. While we kind of wait on things to pan out. Um, you know, see what they're going to do about training camp. Oh, and and also, and kind of mentioning training camp, I did have this one picture that I wanted to show here. Hold on, get the screen. Let me see. Okay, so now this was taken by Vashta with Carolina Blitz, and she took a picture of this is currently the practice field they're working on right here. But they're on right here, the current practice field, and then over there where you see the bulldozer and the skid steer at, those are the two fields that I'm guessing are supposed to be ready before training camp.
Mm.
So and look at the catch, they
Mm.
got a ways to go before camp starts. And yes,
Mhm.
that's definitely a ways to go. Now, mind you, now they got the sand down, and to me, it looks like sand. Next thing they're gonna do is level it out, and I think one of the fields is going to be natural grass, and the other one is going to be that synthetic turf that they got now. So we'll see, but this right here does not scream to me that Panthers are going to be ready to have fans at training camp. You know,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Hey, but all right,
Yeah.
Bron, I know you
That's
got to
yeah.
go, boss.
I'll see y'all next year.
Yeah. All right,
I'll
fellas.
see
Y'all have a
y'all
good
next
night,
year.
man.
All right, you too, Bron. We appreciate you
All right,
coming through. Oh,
PPP.
my bad. Yeah, we
All right.
appreciate you, Bron.
Appreciate you too, man.
Later, bro.
Appreciate you, my guy.
All right. But yeah, but to me, that does. Let me bring that picture back up real quick. To me, that this right here does not scream. Yeah, we're going to be ready for fans at training camp. Now, mind you, training camp is what, like a month and a half away, and I
Yep.
am not a professional contractor. I have never done any kind of work like this before in my life, so I don't know the timetable. So it might be surprised. But me
Yeah.
personally, yeah. So, but we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
If they already putting the dirt down, which is going to be the base up under the grass, and it's not
Mhm,
natural grass that they're probably putting down. They're probably putting down the artificial turf.
mhm,
Putting down the artificial turf don't take no more than 2 or 3 days to put the turf down. So
yeah.
they got all the dirt out there and they level it out, and
Mhm,
then put the grass on top of it. I'm pretty sure they got some type of irrigation system underneath it as well that they're probably
yeah,
gonna put out there. So it should be ready. But as far as the fans, where are the fans gonna sit? Or is there gonna be any are there gonna be any fans at training camp this year? Period. That's the question at the end of the day. Is there going to be room for the fans to sit in Charlotte this year for training camp? I don't think so, in my opinion.
yeah. Hey, Rock Jones make a good point. Said they can't rush that field. We don't want anybody getting hurt on a rush project. Yeah, this is
That's
fact.
facts.
This is facts. I
Facts.
agree with you 100%. I'm just still, as somebody who is anxiously waiting to see if they would be able to attend camp or not. This was something that caught my eye earlier, because if not, when we get off this live, I'm gonna go ahead and get on Amazon and order that drone I've been looking at. I'm gonna find me a spot on top of one of these damn parking decks uptown, and all you're gonna hear is I've been trying to get all the good shots. So I mean, we'll we'll see.
Oh
uh,
God.
yeah, I highly doubt. Yes, same here, same here. But all right,
Yeah.
but now
Hey,
before
just
we
just
get
wi-
here,
just wishful thinking. Just wishful
mhm,
thinking.
all right, now before we get out of here, they did drop the Panthers. They dropped the trailer for the Blueprint 2. Okay, so I wanted to
Okay.
do that up real quick, and we can end with that, and we'll see how get everybody's thoughts on the Blueprint 2.
Been a long time coming. Coming back home is going to be exciting.
Every year, the goal in free agency and the draft is to challenge our roster.
We're looking for toughness. Like, we need some Steve Smith, like playing with a chip. Like, we got to get back to that.
I think it all starts up front. I mean, every coach will say it. We put that to the checkbook this year.
Are you guys going to pick at 39?
What do you got? When they offered what they offered, you know, it was too good to pass up.
Look, the draft is exciting. You get a chance to see the future of our league. But it's not as easy as it looks on TV.
Go! A little nervous there.
I like my tape. I think I put my tape against anybody. Like, I'm gonna make you laugh, but I'll hit you in your mouth also.
My whole mindset is
Good short, Shaq. Good short. That was clinic.
I love that dude right there.
That would be interesting.
Yes, sir.
You ready to become a Panther or what, man?
You damn right I am.
Coming soon. Right. Hey, I can't lie. It's hopefully we get a little bit more detailed look at them behind the scenes in the draft. Clowney coming home. I like what Ashawn Roberts said. He said his whole mindset, he about to F shit up. So, I was like, that's that dog mentality that hopefully he can bring to the team that Dan Morgan is trying to, get back in Panther Nation. So what would you think about it,
Right.
Tony?
I mean, one thing I said to you before when it looked like that Dan Morgan was going to be the general manager, and I know a lot of people were kind of hesitant to get behind that hiring because he was assistant GM under Scott Fitterer. But like I said, Dan Morgan would be a different type of GM. He would be like a John Lynch type of GM, a former player that was a dog that knows what a dog takes. What it looks like and what it takes to be that dog. And he gonna look at the roster and the game through a different lens than someone that you're trying to bring in and hire from corporate America to run your organization. You know,
Mhm.
former players have different outlooks and a different way that they view the game and see the game, and they want to recreate a team in their image. Dan Morgan knows all about what keep pounding is. He know what Sam Mills meant to the organization. He played under Sam Mills. Sam Mills was his position coach, so he know the
Mhm.
whole keep pounding mantra, the history of the Panthers, the team that drafted him. So he's going to do
Facts.
everything, in my opinion, everything in his power to bring this team back to the glory that it once was. And I'm 110% behind them. And I hope everything that they've done thus far as the acquisitions that we made, the picks that we made in the draft, I hope that it all pans out well for us this season.
Yeah, right. Because that was me when they said Dan Morgan's gonna be GM. I was like, man, come on. I thought it was gonna be just kind of a clean sweep, like get everybody out the front office. Because, like you said, Dan Morgan was here. He was part of the team that was this debacle of the season last year and last couple years. So yeah,
Right.
but I can't lie. My mind has been changed a little bit. I do think Dan Morgan so far is doing a decent job, with the moves and things that he's made. But as Panther Dog said in his comment right here, I'm with you. I wanted to see a little bit more about Brant Tillis too, because they touted him as this person who's going to come in and from my understanding, it's like all right, he's gonna fix the salary cap. He's gonna do wonders, with it. We're gonna be able to move money around, do this, do that, sign this player, sign that player. And to be honest with you, so far, I haven't really seen much of it. You know what I mean?
Really?
I just I just haven't seen him.
What is it that you need to see?
Well, I'm just saying, me personally, I thought that he was gonna come in, we were gonna get a lot more of these contracts reworked and have some more money, as far as to be able to go out and sign more, free agents and better players. But it's just me personally. It's just me personally.
Well,
I've been
you can only reconstruct. I mean, restructure what you can restructure, and
Mhm.
you can only work with what you have to work with. One thing that he did do this year in
Mhm.
signing a lot of free agents, especially the major ones, the ones that we
Mhm.
consider major that we really need,
Yeah.
he didn't do a bunch of 1 year deals. He did some
Mhm.
2 year deals, some 3 year deals. There were some 1 year deals sprinkled in here and there. But for the most part, when you talk about Jadeveon Clowney, DJ Wanham, when you talk about
Mhm.
Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Jordan Fuller, these guys got more than just 1 year deals. So
Mhm.
I think for his first year, for what we have to work with, I don't I don't want to say that he was gonna just come in and recreate the Kansas City Chiefs all over again. I think he's done a great job with what he had to work with. You know what I mean? And I think
Mhm.
by setting us up for the future, because the cap space for next year is supposed to be far greater than what it was this year. So this is just year one.
Mhm.
The man ain't been on the job 6 months yet. CJ, give him a little break. Give him a little break, a little
Oh,
time.
I'm not. No, no, I'm not like disappointed with. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, but like I'm looking at the cap right now. I thought that okay. Let me say this. I think he did a good job because you look at some of the contracts that they bring in with the free agents. Like you said, there's a lot of 2-3 year deals. Both Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis, the first years of their contracts, was very team friendly. For the Panthers, and then next year, them brothers are gonna get paid. And hopefully they go out there and put product on the field, to match what they're going to get paid next year on out. But I was just thinking, me
Right.
personally, I was expecting us to have a little more than $6 million, worth of cap space, going into training camp. That's all. I thought he would
Mm,
do a little bit more, yeah, a little more wonders with the budget. I like what he's done so far. Okay, but I was just
yeah.
a little underwhelmed at how we're sitting right now with the cap space. But in all, I guess I should just be quiet and say that I'm happy that we actually, have a little bit of cap space where if we do need to sign somebody, we can sign somebody. So, but like I
Yeah.
said, just
I, I
I thought it'd be a little more than this, but I'm
but
happy all in all.
like I was saying before, there's some players that was on the practice squad last year that won't be on the
Mhm.
practice squad this year. Those players will be cut. They're going to want to bring in some of their own players to develop. Um, I think there's still 2 or 3 contracts that they can restructure, like Taylor Moton, with I believe Adam Thielen and somebody else
Mhm.
contract that can be restructured this year. And I think honestly, I think they still holding out hope um to get Stephon Gilmore in the door. So it may be some things that they holding up that money to see if they get a deal with him. And if they got a deal with him, they know exactly where to go and get that money from. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna give him. I'm definitely going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, it's just June, so
Mhm.
I mean we're not even in the training camp yet. I think he can make it work.
Okay.
He'll
Huh,
work it
I
out.
got you. Hey, look, Diggy said how much is added by dumping Eddie the dirt.
um,
uh,
I have no
uh,
idea.
Rock said they still have Moat's contract to restructure, but they are hesitant for a reason. Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
because let me tell you, and I guess for me, that's what I was kind of expecting too. I was expecting from the jump. All right, cool. Taylor Moton, hey, big dog, let's see what we can do here. And it's
Hmm.
been nothing on his contract. So we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, I don't think he's doing a bad job. It's just that I thought we would see a few more things by now that we haven't. And we like you said, Tony, it's June. Don't even got another month for training camp, month of some change. So we still got time to see. But yeah, but that was just my thoughts on Tillis. But I think he's done. I
Yeah,
think
no
he's done
doubt.
good so far. hmm
No doubt.
Panther dog, Gilmore holding out for bigger payday. I'll be glad when Tillis gets him to sign. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You know, he's going to have to work some magic again. Like I said, we only got $6 million. In total cap space right now, according to over the cap. Okay, that's according to over the cap. What I'm looking at right now. So all I can say is, we'll see. We'll see. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's it for tonight, everybody. Want to shout out all our new members tonight. Miss Donna B. Thank you to Panthers Prime Podcast who was on here. He gave us 10 gifted subs. Also,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
to Jester 90 for 5 gifted subs. We appreciate all the love and support from everybody. And like it says down at the bottom, if you want to become a channel member, go to our page, hit the join button. We appreciate it. We got one level called fan level. It will unlock a few cool emojis in the in the chat down there that we've have come up with. And now that we have some more subs, I can come up with a few more different emojis. And as always, if y'all got any ideas out there, some things y'all want to see, like I said, hey, hit me up, let me know. I'll make it happen. If ain't nothing too outlandish, too crazy, I got you covered. Got you covered. But again, if y'all are new to the channel, welcome. Okay, as always, we appreciate you. On the way out, please like the stream, consider subscribing to the channel. You can check us out on all social media right down here, Two Fans in the Stands, and on Twix. That's what we like to call a mixture of Twitter and X. You can find us at Two Fans ITS. Okay, and we appreciate all the love and support. Tony, anything you want to say before we get up out of here, cuz?
Nope. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Hey, look, Ms. Uncle says, "Sleep well, Tony, CJ. Take trash out.
That I
Pickup is in the
am.
morning." Hey, look, it's Friday here. So my 14-year-old, he on garbage duty. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Panther dog, so
sir.
much love, people. Yeah, thank you, Prime. We appreciate you, dog. Said peace, cousins. Take care and keep pounding. Yes. All right. Well, as always, everybody, y'all know me by now. I like to take y'all out with 3 things. Okay. Number 1, y'all be good. Number 2, y'all be safe. And number 3, as always, Panther Nation. Keep pounding, man. We'll see you.